Hey guys, how's it going? This is HelpfulLockPicker here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you me picking open this really cool pack lock that was sent to me by Lockpicking's gal. It has her really cool logo on the front. What I'm going to do is toss this lock up in the vise, and let's see what it takes to pick this lock open right now. Alright, so we got the lock up in the vise, and now let's see what it takes to get it open. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use a top of the keyway tension in 40 thousandths, and then I'm going to use my Peterson gem in 18 thousandths. We're going to see what it takes to get this lock open. So let's just see. Click on 1, 2, 3, click on 4, click on 5, maybe click on 6. I was maybe touching the warding though. I'm just going to kind of go back through. Now this is my first pack lock I've ever tried to pick. I do have another pack lock from another channel, and I look forward to getting that one open too. So I just got a good false set. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? Let's see. Okay, we still have that good false set. The lock's definitely not open. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. I wasn't exactly sure what pin I was on there, but the lock is now opened up. So let's get this lock taken apart quickly and we can take a good look at it. I just want to say thank you to Lockpicking's gal for getting me this lock, and I really hope everything is going well with you. I haven't heard from you in a little while. So I'm going to get my pinning tray out right here, and this lock is going to not take a Phillips head screwdriver for a change. So let's get that retaining screw out so we can get our cylinder out. And I have never taken this lock apart. I'm going to assume it's going to be straightforward, but who knows what surprises we may find. So this should be a 6-pin lock, which is always fun. And it looks like I need to do a little bit more work on the screw in here. Let's see. Okay, so that is now out. And we can dump the faceplate, and here is our cylinder. I did spray a little bit of Lock Houdini in it before we got started, just to be able to have a little bit more feel. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to just quickly grab a tissue so we can just wipe this cylinder off, and then we're going to be able to see what is on the inside. So seeing that I have the key and seeing that we have it picked, I'm just going to lock it up. I'm going to use my circlip remover tool, my little pickle fork here. We're going to try to get the circlip off the back here so we can take this lock fully apart. So the circlip is almost off. I'm going to give this cylinder another wipe just to get that spray off. And if you ever want to check out Lock Houdini, I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out. It is a pretty good lock lubricant. A lot of people also like Tri-Flow as well. Alright, so I'm going to turn the cylinder, but I'm going to turn it so that I leave a little piece of the actuator backing there sticking out, so we'll be able to get that. I'm going to put a shim in just in case because I've never taken one of these apart. Going to get the typical follower that I would use on an American lock. I'm going to push this out. Alright, so I'm going to now put the cylinder down here, take out the key, and let's see what we got. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far we are having some serrated key pins. 5 and 6. So that is going to be our key pin setup. So we're going to have serrated in 1, serrated in 2, standard in 3, standard in 4, standard in 5, and standard in 6. And it doesn't seem that they get serrated based off of the length like you would see on an American lock. Now, let's pull our shim out here and let's take a look upstairs. So, let's see. Got a spool in the first position. Little steel spring there. And then we're going to have serrated pin in number 2, steel spring. We're going to have a spool in 3, steel spring, serrated in 4, just try not to lose my place here, and a steel spring, and then I'm going to just push this through and go through the back. Alright, so 6 is going to be a standard, and 5 is going to be a spool, and these should be all standard steel springs, and the last spring is right in there. So that was a pretty cool little 6-pin lock. And one thing I'm going to make note of, so I can remember, is that the front of the lock is going to be like in the American lock, where it's going to be this piece sticking out right here that you can see. But there weren't really any modifications to anything. This was a pretty standard lock. This was the pack lock that was sent to me by Lockpicking Gal. So just going through the lock one more time, we're going to see that the key is going to reflect like this with the key pins that you're going to be seeing right here. And we're going to have in position 1, we're going to have a serrated, then we're going to have a serrated in 2, a standard in 3, a standard in 4, standard in 5, standard in 6. And then when we look up at the top, we're going to see over this long pin there's going to be a spool, over this long key pin there's going to be serrated, over the mid-range size key pin there's going to be a spool, over the small key pin it's going to be serrated, over small key pin spool, and then it's a standard in the 6th position. So I don't know if there's any real rhyme or reason to how they keyed up the security pins. If you want to see a video on how to optimally pin your lock, I'll put a link right on the top here so you can check it out. But I just want to say that all in all, this was a really cool lock sent to me by Lockpicking Gal. I just want to say thank you very much for thinking of me. It's really cool to see people with their own branded locks. I just want to say, if you haven't checked out Lockpicking Gal, what I'll do is I'll put a link on the top here so you can check out her channel. This is a really cool thing that a lot of members of the community have done, and it's just a really nice thing. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has sent me one of your personalized locks. I do want to get through picking them at some point. I just want to say I was really happy to do this one today. But as always, if you have any questions or suggestions or anything at all, please feel free to leave that right in the comment section below, and I'd really love to try to check it out. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you'll have a great day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.